Let's go to Arnab from Desk Gamers.
Hi, Buster. I just wanted to know what's your initial thoughts on Alfire after his performance in Copenhagen. He really seems to jump up on.
Yeah, so obviously Copenhagen was Alfia's first experience at a LAN event, and I think today's performance from him was pretty decent. I think he had some really big rounds and he was able to pop off individually and frag out, so I think that's all you can expect. That's all you could want from your duelist slash sentinel main. Today he was on the duelist, so yeah, I think he played well. He had some really big rounds, big clutches as well. Yeah, no, it's just disappointing to be losing when a player's playing like that, to be fair. Like, it's just rubbish.
We'll go next to Facundo Dominguez with FD News.
I was there. Well, a bit sad for this beginning in Champions, but well, it happens. I want to know, Alfire, as you see, he has a bit of extra pressure of being in his homeland.
Does Alfia have pressure being in his homeland? Is that what you said, yeah?
Yes.
I'd say no. I think Alfie is the type of person, he's so young, he's 17, he doesn't really have the anxiety looming over him. He's more kind of just chill and very excited to be playing, and he wants to go kill. Like on Haven, we started off slow, and I was just like, screw it, let's just go fast. We either end it fast or we managed to come back. So and that was when he was starting to enjoy it again, because he was able to just do what he loves to do in ranked and in scrims and stuff. So yeah, I think he's very much so in the moment of the game, and he doesn't really care about all the outside stuff or being. I think he thinks it's cool being in Istanbul, and he'd love to perform in front of his home crowd. So, I mean, we've got 2 games, and we need these 2 wins in order to do it. So, I mean, that's what we're going to focus on, and hopefully we do it.
Well, thank.
Okay, we'll go next to Vinesh Raghuram with AFK Gaming.
Hi. So your next match will be in the elimination match against Furia, right? Compared to this one, how will your mentality need to change when you approach that game?
I think we've had experience in the past with NIP knocking us out in Iceland. Admittedly, it was with 2 substitutes, so the whole mentality of our team was a bit different then as well. However, we are the full roster this event, so there's no grand excuses like that. And I think Fury are capable of knocking us out, and we just got to make sure that we're playing together and hitting our shots. I think that's just the main thing. Like, I don't know where my bullets were going today, man. They're flying around every person. Like, oh yeah. Yeah, I think, yeah, I mean, we just got to take it round by round, game by game. And if we lose, we lose, go home. If we win, then we get to keep playing and keep fighting for that trophy and get out of playoffs, and you get a nice little reset at least.
All right. Thank you so much.
We'll go next to Sons of Chaos Latam.
Thank you very much, and we're sorry for your loss. This is my question. Do you think the could be correct the mistake that you mentioned to continue in the tournament?
What? Repeat, sorry?
Sorry.
Sorry?
Do you mention some mistakes and some errors do you do in this last match? Do you think you can be correct? Can be.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, so yeah, I think especially on Pearl, the mistakes that were happening on Pearl are pretty. That you'll watch it back. I think this is what's going to happen is there's Pearl, and we're going to watch it back, and we're going to see like the stupid stuff that was happening, or the people swinging, or like just not playing retake when we could have played retake and whatnot. And those things are just like in the moment, you're so in the zone, and you can't, you don't think about it. But when you watch it back, you're like, oh man, we could have just done that. Look how easy this round would have been. So yeah, we're going to need to be doing that. We're going to watch it back, obviously, and kind of work on that. As for Bind, I think there's probably mistakes that were happening there too that we need to work on. Haven as well, like I don't know what happened with Haven, honestly. Attack side, we were getting out macroed, outplayed, and on defense, out macroed and outplayed. So yeah, I mean, it's going to be, there's a lot of work to be done over the next day, or whenever we play next. So I mean, that's the spirit of competition. So let's it's like, this is it now, make or break.
Thank you very much for the answer, and good luck.
Thank you. Congrats to Leviathan as well.
Thank you. Also, Leviathan says the Fnatic is a great team.
Yeah, we've been practicing them. Like, they've been our only practice partner.
Yeah, they mentioned it. They mentioned when I asked to Leviathan who is the biggest challenge for you, and they say Fnatic.
Yeah, that's funny. Not today, though.
Okay, good luck, dude.
Thank you.
This question is from BFTV Bora. What needs to be changed next game? Do you think you need to play starting rounds more effectively?
I don't know what needs to be changed. I think we'll only know what needs to be changed once we get... we'll only know what needs to be changed once we watch it back and see the mistakes, because we did a lot of... we did a few comp changes for this event to kind of spice it up and make it a bit fresh. And we were getting abused in ways where in the moment we just didn't know what to do. We were a bit clueless. So it'll be nice to actually have something to look back on and be able to be like, oh, okay, so that's what's going on. You know, like this tournament, most teams start off pretty okay, and then the ones that get better and learn from the kind of games that they've had are the ones that end up going to win the tournament. I think anyone that starts off hot dies out a little bit. I think anyway, especially if they're not able to kind of keep improving. So yeah, I think that's what needs to be done.
Okay, and these will be our final two questions. First one from Ian St. Lawrence from Valoranting again.
Hello again. For the first half of Pearl, your team made some light armor buys when it seemed like you could have gone full armor. Are you able to speak to that decision and why that happened?
Honestly, we're not sure about it, but essentially we just wanted to make sure we had as many buys as possible. And I was thinking, and like there's like probably stats around it or something, but yeah, I just remember thinking in my ranked games, I was like, Phantom is 4 bullets on the chest to kill, and if you headshot them, they're dead anyway, because generally you play close range with the Phantom. It's rare that you play long range. And the Vandal's one-shot headshot anyway, and 4 bullets still with light armor. So it's pretty much the same. The only thing is you could get one-tapped, or if util comes at you, then it's a bit scarier. But other than that, like, it just meant that we could maybe get a few more buys in, and able to kind of, once we built our economy, we'd go for the full armors to kind of, because we had the money. But the game is so, like, especially if you lose pistols, you don't have many rounds. Like, you could win the first buy, and then you lose the next one, and then you've got no money again. You're back on eco, and then it's like... So you got to really manage your economy. So we were just trying it for this event. You know what? Why not try it for the biggest event of the year?
And our final question to take us home will be from Arnab from Desk Gamers.
Hi again, Booster. I just wanted to know, after the chamber nerf, is it too much effective, or is any agent currently can replace him instead of playing chamber, maybe Jet more viable this time?
So what you're asking how good Chamber is still?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think Chamber definitely on... I think as long as Chamber has his trip and his fast TP, he's always going to be a viable agent on specific maps. Like, you know, you got Chambers playing on Icebox, you got Chambers on Pearl, for instance, even though 100 Thieves didn't, for our game at least. You know, so he's always going to have that impact. On attack side, he's not as strong, but the trip is still kind of handy. So you're kind of like, you're sacrificing it. You're taking the sacrifices kind of thing. So, yeah, so I still think Chamber's pretty strong. But nowadays you can actually run Jet if you want to run a Killjoy, and you can run Raze if you want to, like, you know, you have other options of these duelists now. It doesn't have to be just solely chamber anymore, which was the old kind of meta. So yeah,
Boaster, thank you
Yeah.
so much
Thank
for
you.
taking the time to speak with us today.
it's all right.
This will conclude the press conference, and we'll be back with the next player momentarily.
Peace out, bitches.